Mabuhay! Ako po si Deborah Garcia. Hi! I'm Deborah Garcia, and welcome to another lesson where you will learn practical Filipino language in just few minutes. This is brought to us by NAC TV, the local TV channel here in Nipua, Manitoba. We really want to hear your comments or suggestions about our videos, so if you have some, please write them below or you can send them directly to nactv@wcgwave.ca. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and please like and share this video. Today we are going to learn how to read date and time. So if you need a pen and paper so that you can take down notes, go ahead, or you can always re-watch this video in YouTube. The months in Filipino language is always written both in English and in Filipino or Tagalog. So the Tagalog version or the Tagalog name of the months are very popularly used in the Philippines as well, and the English too. So it's very important that you know the name of the months in Filipino. So it says here, months in a year. The translation is mga buwan sa isang taon. So you say months. The Tagalog is buwan. But notice that we don't add S to the plural form of something. So we always add this word mga. M-G-A. I think I mentioned this one in my first lesson. It is pronounced as mga. Mga. So it indicates a plural form of something. So buwan is month. Months is mga buwan. Year is taon. Now you have an article a here. It means singular, a year. Then we also have that equivalent, but we use the word for number one. So isa. And we use a connector. I discussed this in the previous lesson. So isang taon. Isa means one, taon means year. So mga buwan sa isang taon, or months in a year. Let's look at the first one. January. January is enero. Enero. February, febrero. March is marzo. April, abril. May is mayo. You don't read this as a mayo, okay? We don't have a long A sound. No mayo there. It's mayo. June is junio. Now, some people in the Philippines, especially the old ones, would spell junio with a J because the Spanish name for junio is junio with this kind of spelling. Junio. Junio. So some of them would spell it like Junyo. But for Filipino spelling, it's actually this one with an H. Junio. Next is July, and that is Julio. Junio, Julio. Okay? August is agosto. September is septiembre. October is octubre. November is noviembre. And December is diciembre. Okay? Enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, diciembre. And of course, when you are familiar, when you want to say the date in Filipino and you already familiarize yourself with the names of the months in Filipino, then it is a must that you should be familiar with the name of the Filipino numbers from 1 to 31 as well. And that is the reason why I discussed it in my previous lesson before I discussed this, is because you would really need to memorize the names of the numbers. So 1 to 31, because the most number of days in a month is the 31st, right? So 31. Isa hanggang, so we use this word hanggang. It means until. 1 until 31, or isa hanggang, what is 31? 30 is tatlumpo, right? Plus isa, then it is tatlumpot isa. So you need to be familiar with the numbers isa hanggang 31, so that you would be able to read the whole date in Filipino. Next to the months in a year, we need to study the days in a week. So days in Tagalog, mga araw. So plural, mga araw. Day is araw. Days is mga araw. In a week means sa isang linggo. Okay? So days in a week means mga araw sa isang linggo. Okay? Linggo means week. The first one, Sunday. It's the same as this word, linggo, but with a capital L. So Sunday is linggo. Monday is lunes. Tuesday, martes. Wednesday is miércoles. Thursday is jueves. Friday is viernes. And Saturday is Sabado. So, linggo, lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, Sabado. It's very easy. And the spellings are easy too. So, in the Philippines, your favorite expression, TGIF, just recently, we adopted this expression. So, we say TGIF, but actually, we have, before TGIF, when we mean we want to celebrate, then it's Sabado nights. Sabado nights. Okay? It means, yeah, we go out, we celebrate because it's the last day of work. So, we usually say Sabado nights. And especially before, when our payday, I just remember when I was still small, that my dad's payday is always on Saturday. So, we have Sabado nights instead of TGIF. Now that we learned the names for the months and the days of the week, now it's time for us to tell the time in Filipino. Excuse me for my clock, it's really crooked, but it works. So in telling the time in Filipino, you would need to familiarize again the numbers from 1 to 12, because that's how we tell time. If you want to tell it in Filipino, then you need to familiarize with the numbers 1 to 12. And then, for the minutes, of course, there are 59 minutes here. So you need to familiarize the numbers from 1 to 59. Isa hanggang, what is 59? 50 is 50, 9 is siyam. So, isa hanggang 50 siyam. Okay, you need to familiarize that. Then, also, it is very important that you would be able to tell what specific part of the day it is. So, for morning, we say umaga. Because we cannot use the AM, PM, right? So, AM, umaga. PM, hapon. Why did I capitalize it? Okay, hapon. So, AM, umaga. That's morning. Okay, morning. PM is hapon or afternoon. Okay, so how about noon? Noon means tanghali. So, noon is tanghali. Morning, afternoon, noon. How about gabi? So, PM still, right? But then, we have a different term for that. So, we say afternoon, and how about evening? Evening is gabi. So that's why when we greet, we say good morning, then we say magandang umaga. For afternoon, good afternoon, magandang hapon. Good noon, magandang tanghali. Evening, magandang gabi. We always use the word maganda. So maganda means beautiful in literal translation. But when it is about the greetings, then maganda means good. Okay? So you need to be familiar with that. So if we can go back to the lessons for the number, how would you tell the time if this is what's in your clock? This is 1 p.m., right? So 1 in Tagalog or in Filipino is isa. Okay? 1, what is it in the afternoon? So we say Hapon. Afternoon is hapon. In Filipino, when you read this, you would say ika. You would use this word here. Ika. It would tell you what specific number it is. Ika, and then you use a dash. Isa. Ika isa, and then you can't use PM, then you say ika isa ng hapon. It is 1 in the afternoon. Nang here is in. So, ika isa ng hapon, or it is 1 in the afternoon. That's how you say it. We also have other terms like, so we have morning, afternoon, noon, evening. I just want to tell you this. I just want to add this. So when you say dusk, what is dusk? What is dusk? Takip silim. I just want to add this. You don't have to know this actually, but I just want to add this as a bonus. So dusk, the Tagalog term for dusk is takip silim. Takip silim. Dawn. Dawn is a bit long. Bukang liwayway. So, bukang liwayway. Bukang liwayway. Sunset. Sunset is dapit hapon. Okay. Sunset is dapit hapon. So, I just want to add these. Dusk, takip silim. Dawn, bukang liwayway. Sunset, dapit hapon. Okay? Just want to add that. Alright, so let's check another one. How about if the time is there? 3:20, and if for example it is AM, 3:20 AM. What is 3 again in Tagalog or in Filipino? 3 means tatlo. So, and then 20. So it's 20. What is 20 in Tagalog? Dalawampu. Right? So, ika. So you use this word again. Ika. Tatlo. At dalawampu ng. You can use umaga, but actually in Filipino, we say umaga when it is really morning, but when it is past midnight or these parts here, because this one is midnight, when it is not sunrise yet, so 3 p.m., we say madaling araw. Madaling araw. Okay? We only say umaga, I don't know, we only consider umaga or morning when there is sun already. But before sunrise, we call these hours here madaling araw. It's madaling araw. So ika, tatlo, at, we use the at, and we use at, which means and in English. So ika tatlo at dalawampu ng madaling araw. Okay? So, how about that one? 12 midnight. How would you say 12 midnight? What is midnight? Did I tell you already? Oh, not yet. Okay, when it is 12 midnight, then you say ika labing dalawa ng midnight is hating gabi. It is from the word hati, means kalahati, means half. Mid. Gabi means night, right? Gabi, evening or night. So, hating gabi means midnight. So, labing dalawa ng hating gabi. What if this one is noon? 12 noon. So, you would say, labing dalawa ng, what is noon? Tanghali. So, labing dalawa ng tanghali is 12 noon, or labing dalawa ng hating gabi means midnight. Or when you say hating gabi, even if you omit this one, you would say hating gabi. It's already hating gabi or hating gabi na it means it's already 12 midnight. Now let's practice reading time and date. So on the board is a liham paanyaya. In English, it's an invitation letter. So liham is a formal term for the word letter. Liham. The informal term of the word letter is not liham but sulat. Sulat. So this is informal. Liham is formal. Paanyaya is invitation. This is formal as well. The informal term of the word paanyaya is imbitasyon. Sulat, imbitasyon. So invitation, invitasyon. Okay? We are not using this in our everyday lives. I'm just showing it to you just for the sake of reading the true words in Filipino time and date. But we don't use this, okay? We use English. When we want to invite someone, we use the English language. And if we don't want to use the English language, we use the informal term, the spoken Filipino. So this is liham paanyaya or invitation letter. So it says here, naanyayahan po namin kayo na dumalo sa ikapitong kaarawan ni Mika sa Sabado, ika-29 ng Agosto, taong 2020 sa sa ikatatlo at kalahati ng hapon. I read this, 30 is supposed to be 30. Sa ikatatlo at 30 ng hapon, you can do that, but usually we read this for 30, we read this as kalahati. Kalahati means half. So half an hour. 3.5 hour. It's ikatatlo at kalahati. 3:30 ng hapon. Hapon means afternoon. So we are inviting you to join Mika's birthday. Mika's 7th birthday on Saturday, 29th of August 2020 at 3:30 p.m. If you notice, we use two prepositions here. On Saturday at 3:30. In English, it's very complicated to use prepositions, but in Filipino, we usually just use the word sa, and that is our preposition. So that's how you read this invitation. Also, I just want to make your lives harder, but actually, this is informal Filipino, okay? We only do this at school. You read this in books. But for spoken Filipino, for conversational Filipino, when you tell time, you don't really say, let's meet at isa at kalahati at 1:30. We don't say that. Usually for conversational Filipino, if we don't want to use the English name for the time, then we use the Spanish name. So for example, this one, if we don't want to say, let's meet at 1 p.m., we would say, let's meet at alauna. In Spanish, we read this as alauna, alauna. Nang hapon. We still connect it with what part of the day. Like, is it in the afternoon? Then we say, nang hapon. If this one is after midnight, if this is 1 a.m., then we'd say, let's meet at alauna ng madaling araw. Past midnight, madaling araw. If this one is okay, how about this one? This is 8:45. Then if we don't want to say 8:45, then we say alas 8:45. That's how we say it in Spanish. That's actually in Spanish, but we use our own spelling. Just like when we count, in the previous lesson I told you that when we reach 11, we go 11, 12, 13, 14. Those are from Spanish language, but with our own spelling. So if you wanna know how to read time in Spanish, then maybe you can refer to Spanish lesson. But we are just going to stick with this because this is our lesson. It's about Filipino language, okay? And so that is all for today. I hope you learned something. Also, please don't forget to put in your comments and suggestions below, or you can send them directly to nactv at wcgwave.ca. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and please like and share this video. See you again next week. Bye!